Okay, the last part of 3.5. Sometimes it's nice to know what a box plot is going to look like based on the shape of your distribution. So let's start with a symmetric. If it's a symmetric distribution, it has what kind of looks like a symmetric box plot, and that means the median is roughly in the middle of Q1 and Q3, and the whiskers on both sides are about the same size. If you've got a skewed right set of data, the whisker and even the half of the box are smaller on the left than they are on the right because there's more extra data on the right. So even though the median wasn't affected, there's clearly more entry points on the right because it has more outliers over there. And for skewed left, it's the opposite. The whisker and the box are smaller on the right, but bigger on the left for the same reason as the skewed right one, excuse me. So let's answer the type of question you might see on your homework. So the data to the right represent the number of chocolate chips per cookie in a random sample of a name brand and a store brand. Complete parts A to C below. It says draw side-by-side box plots for each brand of cookie, label the box plot N for the name brand and S for the store brand, and choose the correct answer. So you would take your data, find the median, find the interquartile range, the fences, the upper or the first and third quartiles, and it's this one for reference, and we're going to interpret this picture. Does there appear to be a difference in the number of chips per cookie? So this is where we look at the data. And what do we know about the name brand versus the store brand? It looks like the name brand has a larger median, larger middle number, larger upper bounds, larger lower bounds, and really it's just larger across the board. So I would say yes, the name brand appears to have more chips per cookie. Now, is it a lot more? Not really, but it is more. Now, does one brand have a more consistent number of chips per cookie? So when we're talking about consistent, we're talking about that general size of the whiskers. So which one overall has smaller whiskers on average? The one thing about the name brand is it has a really small left whisker compared to the right whisker, whereas the store brand looks like it's kind of all over the place. Like name brand goes from about 22 all the way up to 35. Store brand is at 16 to 33. So it looks like the name brand has a more consistent number of chips per cookie, and the answer doesn't even make sense anyway. When you see the no, it says both of them have roughly the same number of chips per cookie. That's not even what's being asked right now. So yes, I would say the name brand has a more consistent number of chips per cookie. So this is how you can look at the box plot and interpret them. The length of the whiskers on both sides and the size of the box, that's consistency. The smaller, the more consistent. And just where the number values are, that's something have more or less than the other. And this is the end of 3.5, which means this is the end of chapter 3. So even though we'll go on and start chapter 5 in the next set of videos, the homeworks will not be due until next Monday. Starting Wednesday, I will open the test on chapters 1, 2, and 3. So if any dire review questions from the test review, which is on Canvas, or on how to do some problems, this will be the time to ask. And that's it.